viewers, welcome to my channel Emyrichy Stitches. Today I'm going to illustrate on how to make organza top with puffy sleeve. Please, you can follow us on Instagram Emyrichy Stitches, on Facebook still Emyrichy Stitches. Thank you very much. I'm going to use 1.5 yard of fabric to make this organza top puffy sleeve, and as you can see on the thumbnail, 1.5 yard. And this is the measurement I'm going to use: the full length, the half length, bust shape, the hips line, the hips and the shoulder. But the hips line and the hips is not really compulsory, but other measurements are really necessary. So first of all, we're going to start with the folding. You're going to open up the fabric. Like I said, 1.5 yard of fabric. Open up the fabric. This is my design floral organza. You can get it in the market, you can get it anyway. You identify the front and the back. Okay, you place it on fold. Like I said, the 1.5 yard of fabric, you fold it first into 2, like you've seen. Then you fold it again into 4, keeping the zip allowance. You place it your cotton table. Like I said, you fold it into 4. Is you watch so that one will not shift and leave the other. Make sure everything is even, they're all completely equal. Okay, is what you have. Then you start your measurements. Start taking your measurements. The fabric is well arranged. Start taking your measurements. So first of all, the full length, we will add only 1 inch allowance. The bending seam allowance, 1 inch seam allowance. First of all, the full length, which is 23, full length of the blouse, 23. Add bending allowance of 1 inch. Okay, all your measurements start from where you do not have the cut, where you have the zipper allowance. Where you do not have the cut is where it starts from here to this other side. So I'm going to take my measurements starting from here. Don't forget, this is my full length and my seam allowance. I'm going to start taking my measurements. So I'll start by taking from the shoulder divided by 2. Shoulder here is 14. Shoulder is 14. Shoulder divided by 2, you have 7. This, the way I place this this thing, the way I bent it, I folded it in such a way that it will accommodate the front and the back. So I'll add 1 inch seam allowance. I have my reason for adding this one. This one I'll trim it out when I'm after the joining. I'll trim it out when I'm bringing out carving out the real armhole. Now I'm going to take the armhole bust. How to determine the armhole bust? Divided by 4, and the bust here is 34. Divided by 4 is going to be that's 8.5. You mark it out, then you draw a line to suit. Then don't forget to round the shoulder, and you mark out your bust. The bust here is 34 divided by 4 you have 8.5. Then you put your allowance of 2 inches. That's for seam allowance. And you still place your tape and then mark out your half length, which is 14. Then your hip line, it's not mandatory, like I said, 20, since it's a straight top. Then you mark the shape here is 30. That's 7.5. 30 divided by 4, you have 7.5. Then you add your seam allowance of still 2 inches. You mark your hips here. Hips here is 38. Then you mark your allowance of 2 inches. And you connect the lines right from here. Connect the lines here. You take it to the shape. Then you now take it to the hips. And you bring it down. Don't forget to. Then you now place your tape upside down mode, which is what, 1.5 or 2 inches here. If you want to round it, if you want to leave it straight, you can allow it. But if you want to round it, place it and take it on 2 inches. You connect the lines to meet up with this. Then you mark out your neckline. Like the neckline here, it's going to be round neck. So my client just wants it. I'll take 3.5 for the down neck, then 3.5 too for the up line neck. So you can use square like this pattern that I just drew. Then you round it so you could have a very neat and nice round neck. You've seen, round it. Then back neck, for the back I will just use the same 3.5, but the down part is going to be 1 inch. 1 inch. So I'll still connect it. That's what you have. Back neck 1 inch and the front 3.5. Then you slope the shoulder by 1 inch. Slope the shoulder by 1 inch. You make your 1 inch. You slope it. Sorry, I forgot to say it. This top is actually a dartless top. It's not compulsory for you to use that. You can wear it like that without that. So you cut it out now, starting from your full length. Okay. Then you cut the shape. I forgot to tell you the seam allowance was like 1.5 inch. That's what I kept. And don't forget to, this top, we don't line it. It's a transparent top. You only use your inner inside to your choice. Some people will just wear it with braless, but as you can see on the thumbnail, the person there used inner to wear it. And underwear around the neck. So you now have 1 for the back neck and then 3.5. Then I've been talking about bias. I know some people know and some people do not know. These are bias. What bias looks like is a bias. You use the bias to pipe the neckline. You see, we have a nice top already. I use your bias to pipe the neckline all around. Then you also use your bias to pipe the back neck too. Then you put your zip. Don't forget to tap the zip allowance so that you know where you put your zip and stop. Sorry, forgot to tell you that. And also, this top as you've seen. You can use it with trouser. You can also use it with skirt, bodycon skirt or straight skirt, any skirt of your choice. Can be one like corporate and also like casual. So I'm going to tap. My zip is tapping. Okay, as well I'm putting my zip stop there so that I will not mix it up with the neckline. So we are done with the blouse already. We're done, and left with the joining. We're done. So we are going to now cut the sleeve. Sorry, the sleeve measurement was not included there on the measurement. It was supposed to be included. The sleeve length there is 12 inches with 12 inches for the length. That's to say, she used on the thumbnail, we'll use band to complete the length. After the puffy look, we use band. And this, before, how to determine the sleeve, you place it on a bias form. You place your fabric on a bias pattern, bias flay, so as to have it. And the fabric is not enough for me to fold it into two. So what I will do is that I'll just bring it out single. Fold the first one. I said the length is 4, but we want this puff to come out very nice and big like what you've seen on the thumbnail. So make it folded the way you've seen. So we needed 12, and from here to here it's bigger than 12 already. It's almost 28, not almost, it's 28. So we will take all the whole 28 because we want it to have gathers here, and we'll also gather the down part, so it will have that puffy look that we want. So we're going to round it, take 9. Sorry, 9. Then from the 9, we're going to round it. We have the sleeve. Then from this ankle of the bias flay, we're going to round it. What we had here was 28.5 water. So we're going to use that to round it, so we could have even this thing. 28.5 water. Same here. Please don't miss the angle. Still keep on doing that way. 28.5 water. Water. Still continue doing it. 28.5 water. Then you connect the lines out. You can see we have that sleeve already. Right. And from here to here we have 20. And after puffing the look, the band, we are going to bring out 4 inches band so that it will complete the length. We're going to cut it out now, starting from the length here. Talking about the puff sleeve, you come up here also. You tap the center. This is for only one side. You can see it already. Here how big it is. It's for only one side of the sleeve. We're going to place it, still fold it in a bias form, and then place it on the fabric to bring out the next one, the second one. to place it on a bias form. Please make sure it is all equal, it accommodates so that one won't be bigger than one. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. So you now trim it out. Now I have the two equal sleeves now for the two hands. Now you will now use the leftover fabric. You fold them into two according to the person's round sleeve. You're going to, this down part, you're going to gather it, run a gather line on it so that you can have that puffy look. Then also here you gather it to somewhere to have that gathered effect too on top of your shoulder, while the rest passes to the armhole. You can decide to use like 4 inches, gather it up to 4 or maybe 7 inches. The rest moves to your armhole. Then to complete the length, all what you have to do is fold it into two, fold it the way you've seen, not two, depending on what your client wants. Like mine needed the fold to be 3 inches band. That's what she wants, 3 inches, that's 6. Put it on fold, bend, because it's going to be double. Put it on fold. Yes, for that, for the band it's almost 3.5. Then we need it for the both sleeve. Her round shoulder, let me fold it into 2 again for you to see. Her round shoulder here, around this thing ankle here, elbow here is 11. I didn't put that 2 on the measurement, so we're going to take already. I have to take from here to here. You have up to 13. So we're going to cut it out because we know it's going to accommodate her. It's up to 13.5. One for one side for one sleeve and the other for the other sleeve. Can see one side will go for one sleeve here, even with the allowance you can see, while the other goes for the other sleeve after gathering it. So that's all we have for that puffy organza top, design organza top, puffy sleeve organza top. Like I said earlier, you can wear it with anything of your choice. Wear it to church, wear it like corporate outfits, wear it as a casual outfit. Hope you learned something. Please don't fail to subscribe. Thank you very much.